So what I'm going to show you, so yes, we also built our own MCP. We got two flavors. We got a studio, which is more for like local sort of running the local AI on your machine, a little bit more heavier local development than that. And then we've got a streaming MCP gateway as well, which you can install on an on-premise Qlik Sense server or on your network itself. And then from there, you can now assign the licenses in terms of who can access what sort of assets from the MCP itself, whether it's Qlik Cloud, Qlik Sense, the QV migration, or the Power BI migration. So we've got the different settings there. I'll show you that. But what I just want to kick off here while I talk about the rest of the stuff, because we'll do a live demo. So what I have here at the moment is I have a prompt that well, I've worked with my AI in that, but I think what I'll start showing in the demo is the beauty of using a really good AI and Raptor. Along with that, you can really do some amazing things, even with existing instances in that. So in this example, I just asked it to create one for this migration process. So we do have the QV to QS. So we do use the QlikView CLI, or sorry, the Qlik's new CLI tool that they use to migrate. So we do leverage that. So I do have that installed on my server in a specific location. I also do have two applications as well on there. So that's what you would do with your setup is you would just put your put your folders where your apps are, and then where your QV to QS is. And that's it. And then this is going to obviously help you simplify that process. So I've just got other things in here in terms of what I also have in here as well is the process to update the application so that once it's migrated the applications, it will then go ahead and upload the application into our Qlik Sense on-prem environment. It could be Qlik Cloud, it doesn't really matter. So we do support both.
Yeah.
And then it will go and look at the applications and then update the necessary data connections, right? So
That's nice.
you would just need to have the source connectors, whether it's a folder or the SQL, whatever it is, set up on the Sense or the cloud side. You tell it that this is what the updated sources are, and that's it, right? And then there afterwards, now it will go through, and the beautiful part here is being able to see also what's happening. So I can see that it's using that. It's now running the QV to QS convert app. So that will now take the applications, do the export process for the project files, and then actually migrate those apps into Qlik Sense apps, and then afterwards it'll import and reload. But while that's busy, I just want to kick off another process here as well. So this is just sort of a sample example build demo. So this is also connecting to QVDs, a little bit more of a finance demo side of things. So same thing. I've got just a little bit of a build prompt to help me here with it. So what I want, what sort of sheets I want, what what I don't want in the application. And I'm starting to show these sort of things more in the demos because I used to just demo, please just analyze this source and create me an application, which it's fantastic at doing. But, to just show the power that if you really take the time to have a proper conversation, create some proper documentation around your sources and that, and then you build your applications after that, you get amazing results. And not only that, do you have then this documentation trail as well, that you get to keep, where everything is here. So I've got my finance demo pack. I've got my README here. What is the demo pack? What's the structures in there? What's the sources it's using? What are the prompts that I can use now for the demo purposes to just help speed things up? Is there an architecture, QVD architecture? I get my nice little mermaid diagrams as well shown because it's all written in Markdown. But all this information is grounded in the Qlik data, which is fantastic. So now it's your sources that you have. You can have these discussions and that, and then get them to build the apps. So let's move over to here. Okay, this one's still busy running on the QV to convert. You can see here it's also picked up that there is already an application with that name. So now let's not overwrite it. Let's run it with a new name as well. So it's not going to now go and replace anything that you have existing in that. And just on the sort of the topic of migrations and modernization on terms of the QlikView side, to think about, you know, we have these customers who have vast majority, like huge sums of QlikView applications, you know, like
Yeah.
hundreds of plus, you know, applications and that. Now, where you can take this process, you can run the migration. So we migrated 208 applications in 68 minutes, using this. So it's incredible. So you can take now your 700 applications, migrate them all to Qlik Sense, put them on there, right? Once that's done, now start another process with Raptor or with your agent and Raptor, and now start analyzing the applications. And start creating what's logical. You know, what can we group together? What could we possibly leave off because it's duplicates and that? Those sort of things. And then you get your agent and Raptor go and rebuild the applications because it is so quick. It would just look at the scripts in all the applications, see the logical pattern behind it, combine them, build the data model, you do the test and everything, and then you're building the front end again for Qlik Sense now instead of QlikView. Yes, and that's exactly where those sort of things that Raptor shines on as well. It's definitely these repetitive and these quality. So not only with when you install the plugin in that, it's not just the MCP that you're getting, because an MCP is just a tool set. I call it a toolbox, right? It's a simple toolbox with a bunch of tools that your AI agent can do, create script, everything else. What was missing and eventually came into the play was plugins. Sorry, not plugins, skills. And skills started playing a huge role in terms of how AI agents worked with then the task at hand with the tools. So we have all of these skills that we also deploy with this. So now you can literally on that Qlik Sense app, you literally have to type /Qlik app optimization skill, or just Qlik app optimization. Run that and it knows, okay, what's the skill do? What do we go look at? What's the fields that we look at? How do we sanitize it? All of these things are in here, and it will just run that task to go and fix, and then do that optimization for you on top of that. Same as just doing, it doesn't even need to be a skill, but like, can you please go convert all the current big if statements into logical set analysis
Yeah.
expressions, for example. It's
Yeah.
fantastic at that because it understands the two very well, and then it's able to convert those. And also, never mind that, just also creating in your libraries as well. So creating master libraries, master
Yeah.
dimensions, things that we don't take the time to do as developers properly sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, so here we go. We're getting to the very last stages of the Qlik view migration. Awesome. So we get our little after action reports as well, which is always nice, letting us know where the apps are, how did it progress from here. And then the nice thing is because I'm using something like Codex, which is just my choice. I mean, this could be Claude Worker, Claude Code, what's it, Copilot, anything like that doesn't really matter.
Mhm.
It's whatever tool supports MCP servers. That's the main thing here, right?
Mhm.
So, but yes, of course, different um, frontier models perform differently. I'm an avid fan of the 5.5 models from OpenAI. On a Qlik perspective, you give it a task, it gets the task done, and it tends to get the task done very well as well. So anyway, so I was copying that, and I can just go ahead from here and paste that URL in. And this is the asset management application that we're going to have a look at. So this is the one of the QlikView apps that finished. So if we go through over to the data load editor side, so it's the original Qlik view script. It's just
Mhm.
now obviously updated with all the necessary um, new locations, right? Or anything else that you want to do. So now you can, ask it to go and build further onto this application now. Go analyze the data and what else can we build from here. So it's just updated all of that. And same if we go to the application overview. I do apologize. I have this issue where my extensions keep getting lost, and that was very rude that it managed to do that. Uh, I had to restart my server, and then for some reason, Qlik drops the extensions after you reload your server or restart your server. Yeah. Okay, so let me import that one. Luckily, I know about this and I've got my backup files here. So that was the visualization. This is the dashboard bundle. Yeah, pretty much because the that would be the really the only thing at the moment that one would have to do because the what you call it, the QV to QS CLI takes care a lot on the visualization, the front end stuff, as you'll see here now. So
Yeah.
okay, now it's
Awesome.
showing nice and proper at least. So now we've got
Yeah.
the proper application, and you'll see. So there's sort of minor things that you'll need to now fix as a developer. You know, a bit of resizing, making sure that things align here and that. These are difficult things, especially with this layout container that's a little bit more complex with an AI to understand these sort of layouts. But this is now the 5% work that you have to do afterwards is come and
Yeah.
fix any types of sizings and resizings. But otherwise, I mean, you have a fully functioning application that's now been, you know, migrated from QlikView to Qlik Sense, and you're in essence able to immediately work with it.
Yeah.
And it's
Fantastic.
updated and working. And then
Yeah.
if we head on over to this one, okay, this one's pretty much also almost finished here. Um,
The migration. So previously last week, so we had issues with the what's it the quotations and the back end
mm.
issues, the nuances between QlikView and Qlik Sense, with the buttons and the exports and all of that. What's the latest on that?
No, I mean those are all much better in that. So that's exactly um, where things like if you come in as and you have funny buttons that you know do show hide or things like that, some of them might not work from a Qlik Sense perspective. You can ask Raptor or the agent and to use Raptor to go fix those, or you might then as a user just come and fix the button and say, okay, I've made the fix. Please go apply it to all, you know, 50 other sheets that are across all the other applications, for example. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you as a user don't have to go in every single one step by step to go update. So I migrated two applications here. Yeah, so exactly with the 208, same thing. You have your configuration up to the set up to the CLI and then to your folder where all your Qlik apps are or the folders. So we support multiple. So and then it just does an initial scan, does the export, and then it will sit and run with it. So if it's a lot, it knows, oh, okay, this is going to take a while. So let me go to sleep for, you know, the next 10 minutes, and then it will wake up and check again, how far am I? But yeah, it ran that entire process in 68 minutes with non-stop. So I didn't have to intervene or tell it to restart or anything like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was capable of doing things like that. And really, these things are just that's like an admin process. That's
Mhm.
really what an admin would do. Oh, and yeah, I did say that I wanted to just show quickly sort of the management of it. So if you're doing like, well, this is really on-prem or Qlik Cloud, doesn't matter. If you do deploy your own MCP, or you can use it through the studio, like I've been showing you otherwise.
Mhm.
But now if I go to my users here. So when we set up the gateway, we then create some custom properties. We create you know, what the different Raptor um, access levels are, and then the roles as well. So we've got all the different tools that the user can have access to from a MCP perspective, because not
Right.
everyone is going to do a QV migration or a PBI migration, you know, or not everyone is an admin. They're just a regular insights user, and they build some sheets and things like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
so then you can use those as well. Then we've got the roles, so whether they're root, builder, analyst, you know, those sort of things that you can uh, uh, granulate with their access and that. Yes, so from a cloud perspective, then we've got roles
Mhm.
instead of custom properties then, because
Yeah.
they don't support the custom properties.
Yeah.
Then on the gateway, we've got an admin panel, so you get all your different configs that's available. that you can that you give to your end users to hook up, and that will help you with all of that. You can see your seat assignments, and then you can see the tokens as well that's been generated. So each user will generate their own token to use with the MCP, and that token is then linked to their Qlik user.
Okay.
Right, so it's a unique token for them. And then we've got the other configs as well. So if you're using, for example, Copilot, they have a YAML config that we've got here that you can upload to make it easier to set up the Copilot instance configuration, and then all the other MCP configurations that's needed, and then any diagnostics that might need to be picked up that's comes from the system. So we give all this information as well on every setup.
We'll have the partner section ready early next week, but the partner agreement is that you get your NFR license, and you can use it to deliver workshops, etc., for your customers, like services, and then via remote connection. So and then hopefully the customer buys as well and get their own licenses for their insights and everything, because once this piece is done, the development piece, then it becomes around insights for the customer, where they can then talk through any of their large language models to their data. You can also then use their IDEs. It's more secure for them. So when they have licenses, they enable you with a license, and you still maintaining the administration, the migrations, all of that stuff in the back, and the development, like we do with the managed services. It's just much quicker. You can now take care of 10 customers a day instead of one.